Yeah, hello, hi, and welcome to my TED Talk. What's up, guys? How y'all doing this fine Tuesday gaming reset morning? Marty McFly, have a good nap. Scared, Ramen. You like those lyrics, huh? That was the original Babylonia Rising from 2012. Yeah, the year we all thought the world was going to end. At least it made for fun rock concept albums, you know. So there you go. Good to see you all. Garrett over on the Twitch side, subscribing to Tier 1, 2-month streak. Love you, Garrett. Thank you for that. That's beautiful. As you can see, we are in Conan Exiles, and I thought about it while the song was playing. I'm like, damn it, I should have started out with the preload page, and showed the mods I was running. But we'll do that sometime during the stream. If you guys are interested to see what mods I'm running, we'll do that. Welcome to Conan Exiles Enhanced. Welcome to the Exiled Lands. Of course, I see no reason to start anywhere else. Access to SIPTA being what it is in 2026. This is Lethe. Lethe is Hyborian exile of some repute. She's been known for planking the walk and supposedly taking slaves without a permit and bribing a watchman. So relatively tame stuff in the Conan Exiles world, of course. But yeah, it's good to be back from oblivion, from exile, from floating. I had a nice, fun time with Melissa. For the most part, we had a couple moments early on. I'm sure Mel would tell y'all about it if she was here. But it was a good time, and I got lots of salt water, which is important for my soul, because I am an ensouled being, as are you all. But enough of that. We are here in the Exiled Lands, and we're going to do a little bit of a fun thing this morning where I'm just going to chill on a game that I know by heart, that I don't have to think about the controls. I ain't got to do shit because I ain't played video games in 9 or 10 days. Yes, as in the River of Forgetfulness, new playthrough. God, Ram, you're so good. Feeling good, Lewis. Feeling very good. For the most part, I got this like weird allergy thing going on since I got back, and I just think that's because the house is much more enclosed and probably less hypoallergenic than most of the surfaces of the place that we were just at, for sure. But it'll pass. You get that little bit of a con crud, they call it, when you go to conventions, when you're a cosplay artist. What do you guys think of my shirt? What do you think? It's linen. I don't know what it is. It was cheap, and it's really thin. But it's a great overshirt, and it's great for salt water. It just wicks the perspiration away. You don't care. It's the desert. Deal with it, man. What's up, Will? Good to see you, buddy. We're going to go ahead and go in. We're joining the server. This is single player. I'm playing a female character this time around because my afternoon Tuesday tribes character, of course, is Bubbles. And he's not a female. So we'll get it from the other side here. Plus, we got a couple of mods that might add some clothing. And you know how that goes in video games. People, you know this. The female clothes are always better than the male clothes. Because Barbie is real. And she has power over you. Boop. Yes. The Exiled Lands, my friends. We have about 15 mods going here, maybe 19, 20, something like that. One of the ones I'm really looking forward to, we'll see if it works, when we get down to the river. But we are running Aquilonian women. One of the mods that gives their skin and whatnot a more beautiful texture. I don't know if it does it for the men or not. Everybody always looks so dirty. But I guess that's the Exiled Lands for you, right?
Are you thirsty, dead woman?
Yeah, Conan still looks pretty much the same.
Shall I cut you down from that corpse tree?
Shall I cut you
It
down?
might kill you.
Cut me down from the corpse tree. Been hanging on this thing for like 9 days.
Your lives.
Hope everybody had a really good week. Hope you had a lot of fun. Got at least some of the things you wanted accomplished during that time. I hope whatever video games you played were awesome. I know I've got a ton to play that I've missed.
Where I come from, we kill our enemies
looking
in
forward to
battle,
getting back
we don't
to
leave them
streaming
in the
on my
desert
regular
to die
schedule.
like
I
dogs.
missed that. Saw some really amazing performances. I saw Choir of Men again.
Dead woman.
Choir of Man, which is an amazing show. And if you live in the UK, it's going to be touring the UK all this coming year. You should definitely go see that. If you love pub culture, if you love brotherhood of people, the sisterhood of people, whatever you want to call it. If you love your fellow man more than they make you mad or piss you off, and you love music, you should definitely check out Choir Man. Amazing show. And they had another troupe that were doing this other thing, and they did Rumors, which was like a play all about the making of Fleetwood Mac's Rumors. That was a ton of fun.
And survive.
The singers were amazing. Much better than me. I mean, just a pun, you know.
We'll meet again. Dead
Dribon! What's happening, man? Good to see you. A little hand. Dribon! Were those tarantulas crawling around in the background there? That's, I don't know that I've ever seen tarantulas in Conan that were this sized anyway. I've seen them. Anybody afraid of spiders? Spiders? Anyone? I'm not really. Normally when I see one, like out in the garage or whatever, I go, hey, shh, make yourself scarce, man. Melissa sees you. I'm going to have to kill you. I don't want to kill you. Let's go back to doing your thing, little spider baby. Don't touch me. Not into that. But live and let live.
By the wild places of the world, where untamed savages make endless war upon each other.
Thank God those magical stones can broadcast over a pretty far distance, because I'll be damned if I'm going to stand there in the sun, listen to the lizard man speak. Just playing some AC Black Flag Resynced. I'm going to play that on Thursday. I'm going to start about 7:30 or 8 at night and play that on Thursday. See what I think. Should be fun. Dude, you're dead. Food, I'll take that for sure. Nothing's changed much so far. There were a couple of things on the character creator that were a little different. You know how it goes. Sweet Pea's reign with a party at 26. Sweet Pea, thank you so much. That is awesome. Thanks for trusting me with your community and bringing them over to take a look. I normally play Bethesda games. I am Babylonia, and I like to do narrative storytelling, episodic things, create characters and give them a whole backstory, and play the game as if I was them and not myself. If you're into that kind of thing, you know what to do. And if you're not, I appreciate you anyway. And I love that you stopped by, and I love that you were watching Sweet Pea. It's one of my favorites. Big shout out to Sweet Pea. Thank you so much, Sweet Pea. That is awesome. Let's go ahead and have a sip and maybe a snack. All right, we ate and drank. Good, good, good. We are going to go ahead and move inwards a bit. I think we need to gather plant fibers and make ourselves some clothing. Technically, we at least appear to be wearing clothing. That's because I don't have any nudity turned on, because I'm streaming this. That would be silly. But yeah, technically, I would be naked right now if I had not yet made my clothing in true survival fashion, of course. She's definitely got that. I got to get rid of all this extra long hair because I'm trying to survive out here. Haircut going on, and I appreciate that in a survivor. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just got to lay it down on the table and hack it off, you know? Yep, Sweet Pea, this is a brand new character. We'll be doing the multiplayer stuff this afternoon, as is our normal Tuesday night thing. And I think tonight we're going to go over to Sipta, and we're going to raid the hardest vault that I found so far that I couldn't solo, even with my companions and everything. Have a good time with that. There's a whole bunch of stuff for the gang to do and to kill, and struggles to overcome, and all that Conan shit. You know how it goes. But for now, this is more of a modded playthrough, because I've got probably 15 or 20 mods on here, including one that I'm desperate to see. I haven't seen in many, many years, since back in the day. Let's put that one on. It's more like a bathing suit. put that one on. His undies are important with all this sand, right? There we go. All right, we're a little skimpy, but you know what? I mean, it's the beach, you guys. It's the beach, all right? Don't hate. Appreciate the beach. The beach is good for you. If you can do the beach, I strongly suggest it. If you can't, I understand. But if you can get away with it, you definitely should. Although I would recommend not coming here to do it. The Exiled Lands is kind of well, it's a nasty place, really, you know? You eventually become pretty strong and confident, but in the meantime, it's going to be tough. When you play with your daughter, you have to use 7 hair mods. Yes. Yes. Well, the Barbie is important, all right? To do good, Sweet Pea, one must look good. That's the Sir Galahad rule of RPG. Taught to me by my friend Lewis over on the YouTube side.
Outside the ruins, and their howls mingled with the screaming winds. The men are scared.
The men are scared. We're going to have to spend some attribute points. He doesn't have a whole lot of strength. I'm not trying to be stereotypical here. Let's just be honest.
Or the axe.
Vitality, passive health regen is what we're going to go for sure. She's a tough cookie. She knows what she needs. She needs water and food. She knows she needs to get out of this freaking sun. It's a killer. We're going to look for more survivors. Hope for the best. I think that should have triggered back here. But I was a little late on making my breakfast of lovely bugs or whatever it is that we're doing here in this survival world. There it is. Search for more survivors is complete. Now we will gather stones. That's the thing about survival games, folks. They tend to follow kind of a pattern. And that's okay. RPGs are the same way. Strategic strategy games are kind of the same. Look at this little guy. Don't step on him. Ooh. The little ones. They're going to get you because they're the really poisonous ones. Branches. Grab a few of those. Grab maybe a few more rocks because we're going to need them. Let's be honest. Yeah, branches. One more branch. Craft a stone pick. Ah, yes, the foundation of all Minecraft likes. Stone pick has been crafted. Now we have to harvest some stone. Do that, of course. Hit a couple of rocks. All right, now it wants us to craft a stone weapon, but I have a feeling it doesn't explicitly say so. But I have a feeling that we're going to need to unlock these. These are all free for every starting character, of course. So now we can pretty much craft whatever stone weapons we want. She's going to be an agility build. My other character is a strength build. He's a bruiser. And that means we're going to need some of this. So let's make ourselves 10 of those. We're going to need more twigs. That's just all there is to it. We're going to want some daggers. We're going to need some twigs for some reason. I'm not really sure how that works. I think I'm using hair ties to fasten jagged shards of rock to a stick and then basically punching people with those. I think that's what's going on here. It's hard to say, though. But we're going to roll with it because that's how we fight in Conan. Hi, Christina. Good to see ya. I'm sorry it's not Starfield. We will definitely be getting back to a lot more Starfield here rather shortly, but because I play all 3 Bethesda games, I sometimes need a minute to like relearn the controls for games. And having spent like yesterday unpacking and stuff from our trip and everything, I just didn't have the mental bandwidth to play something that I just didn't know by heart, you know, with my fingers. So we're here in Conan, one of my favorite games of all time. I grew up with Conan as a kid. I love the world. I love the building. I love the settlements. And one of the things that I'm looking forward to here in this is we are going to have the opportunity to run into some settlements that we've never seen before. because they don't exist in base Conan because we're playing with mods. And so hopefully we will get in there. Hello, Raven, lurking at work. Good to see you, my friend. We will get in there and we will check out what the game has in store for us as far as new settlements to explore, new people to maybe meet and interact with. Hopefully not just ones that are trying to kill us, but this Conan, there will be a significant portion of that, I am sure. Oh, wait. What was the lock on for this game? There it is. Hello, my little subhuman friend. Hello. No, I'd rather, lead out, please. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I hate to do it, but I'm hungry. And it is one of those kind of days. Oh, look at you. Big, beautiful boy, you. You're like a river cow. No, that's a bleed. You have a bleed on you, sir. You have a bleed on you. You're not allowed to not bleed all over the place. That's your job now. I want you to take it seriously. You're backstage, my friend. It's time to put on a show. I have nothing else, so we'll use a pick to harvest the bits. That'll be good. We need to craft some rough wraps for the game to be satisfied with us. We'll go ahead and craft that many. Why not? And I read both Dark Horse and Marvel. My favorite when I was a kid, I think, were the Marvel ones, of course. They were pretty popular. I remember getting my tonsils out when I was really young, like 5 or 6. And my grandfather came to visit at the hospital, and he brought me some comic books to read. And my favorites out of that stack were the Conan comic books. Probably not age appropriate. Grandpa didn't really care. Wasn't that kind of grandpa, Yeah, good question. I don't remember exactly which ones are which. I still read them occasionally. I have not read them in a couple of years. There's too many different things going on, and I haven't even honestly been over to the comic book store, I'm ashamed to say. Because I do enjoy every once in a while going to the comic book store. Look at this guy. Holy cow, buddy. What's up? A little aggressive, maybe? Wow, a lot aggressive. No. We're going to unlock from you, and we're just going to take off. You're way too scary, and I only have the daggers. And there's 2 of you. There's going to be a new Conan TV show coming out pretty soon. By TV, I mean like on one of the Amazons or Netflixes or something. Should be pretty exciting. I know everybody in the kind of Conan universe is super into the idea and looking forward to it. They know more about the artist than I do, but apparently he's a big deal. So that'll be cool. Definitely looking forward to that. And of course, we have a new Cyberpunk 2077 Edge Runners coming later this fall as well. Apropos of nothing Conan related, obviously. Harvest meat from the corpse. Done that. Gonna have to do it again to register. Yeah, I don't see any signs of the one mod that I was really hoping to see. Wait. There it is. Riverboats of the exiled land, my friend. Are you friends? Are you hostile? Oh, you're set worshippers. Very cool. Can I ride with you? That. Hello. You are boat figures. You cannot be friended or fought with. Perfect. I love it. You missed the answer about a dungeon tonight. We are going to do Sipta tonight. We're going to go over and we're going to... That one place that we went and learned those recipes, we're going to do that plus the whole dungeon underneath there. And all that area around there. Lots of stuff to fight. Depending on the turnout, we'll see where we go from there. But I just got back, and I haven't had time to really formulate a strategy or plan. I don't know if that snake worshiper solar eclipse dungeon is still running, or if that's only an event. So I didn't want to plan for it. I just wanted to kind of roll with it today. So if you have a suggestion for a place that you would like to go, I am more than happy to accommodate that suggestion, my friend, for sure. Yeah, Drib, I would have been, if I was 5 or 6 years old and had my tonsils out, it would have been 75, 76. It definitely was the 70s, for sure. So we need meat. Take this over here. Got a mod in here that allows me to zoom way out, which is really cool for taking screenshots and stuff, but not probably ideal for fighting. 5. Oh my God, there's way too many of you. Why are we constantly getting ourselves into this kind of heartache and trouble? Better zoom back in a little bit. No. You're a turtle. You can't swim. The inexplicable rule of the exiled lands. So yeah, we got a bunch of mods on here, which will make it kind of fun. And I'm just chilling out and relaxing. And I love that you guys came by to say hi, and Sweet Pea for the raid. Amazing, of course. Very cool. Oh, look at that. That's an interesting riverboat. It is definitely not going to give me harvestable meat. We need harvestable meat. You, my friends, look like harvestable meat. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. So if you would be so kind as to avail yourself of some of that bounty, I would totally appreciate it. Yes, you're welcome to drop at any time, my friend. Thank you for your service. There it is. We've harvested some meat. Now we need to refill our water skin and unlock primitive cook knowledge. Let's go ahead and give ourselves more points in vitality. Now we have passive health regen. That's as far as I wanted to go with that for right now. Primitive cook is unlocked, and we will make ourselves a, what is that? Insect bait. Wonder what that's from. Fascinating. Gonna need some sticks. Of course I'm gonna need sticks. I always need sticks at this stage of the game. They have you make a pick, but you cannot get sticks with a pick. You get bark. Bark is good. It's not really great for right this moment, but it's good in the next medium to longer term, of course. This here, quite some arrows, those, and a bedroll, and those, and language dictionary, Black Kingdoms. I guess we're just going to go ahead and take all this. We don't really need it, but we're going to take it, and we'll learn the language of the Black Kingdoms. And we now make, would you look at that, we totally can. We made ourselves a little campfire that we can prop up somewhere. But first, let's go talk to these fellas. See if they're talkable anyway. Oh no, they're regular old thralls. Queen Sword Fighter 3. Interesting. Dockhand. Nice. What's this? Beware of electric eels. Wow. Different. Okay. Are you a barkeep?
You need something, Exile.
Don't really need any flint head arrows at this point. I don't have any coin, but thank
Safe
you and
travels,
goodbye.
Exile.
Well, that's cool. Got an NPC here and everything. A vendor. We'll maintain a semblance of immersiveness. Call him a vendor. Whoa. Easy, pal. Just because I slaughtered your friends doesn't make me your enemy. Doesn't make you these guys' enemy either, apparently. Yikes. Okay. Fair. I could see how you might be a tad bit put out by that whole experience. We will put down a new bedroll here, because why not? This seems like as good a place as any. There it is. Perfect. We will take, I don't know, I guess those, these, and those. Cook those up because we need to cook raw meat. Yes, we do have a fishing mod included in this mod pack. It's not one that I've ever used before. It's the cool thing about Enhanced is, like, new mod authors have come in and started to do things. People I don't know anything about anyway. They might have been around for some time. I'm really looking forward to seeing that. But the riverboats of the Exiled Land is clearly working as intended. And that is great news because it leaves these little settlements. And then there's a couple of bigger ones down the river, if I remember correctly. Maybe even one down towards Raven's Place on the public server, or the private multiplayer server. So we've got the raw meat. We can go ahead and take that. Probably eat that. 6. There we go. We've completed our journey. We are now a survivor. We've got journeys unlocked. What have we unlocked now? Survival shelter. Yeah, I mean, we could definitely do that. Screw it. Let's see how long it takes to knock that out. This looks like as good a spot as any. This is like a peak gamer bod spot to make a initial camp. I love it. So we will unlock. Look at all these. Desert bricks, desert cement, desert damage bricks, dark bricks, desert exterior buildings, desert mossy buildings, plaster, stone, stucco, and apprentice mason. We will unlock apprentice mason, of course. Now these 3, they all cost 1. So we will be judicious about which of those that we take. Craft a stone hatchet. And for this we need, say it with me you guys, more sticks. Because you always need sticks at this stage. We're going to solve this problem of never needing sticks again by making ourselves a hatchet. But we're definitely going to have some fishing. We're going to have some river boats. We're going to have lots of different building mods, lots of different clothing mods, and a mod that allows you to go to 300 and play the game persistently, constantly building new keystones to level up your character's progress to higher and higher tiers. We'll see how well that all blends in with the difficulty of the game at this point, but you know what? Yes, 300 around the corner. Can take that and put it there. Can definitely, I guess we'll leave those there for now. Probably need a better weapon. Maybe is that a stone sword? That's a strength weapon. We may have to stick with the bow and the daggers for now. We want to really make use of our strength stats. But no matter. We need one of these. So we're going to need some wood. Let's get ourselves some wood. Garrett says, pick him up or use an axe. Thanks, Garrett. I appreciate you, buddy. It's been 9 or 10 days, you know. Sometimes you need a little kick in the ass. The axe is definitely a faster way to get sticks than picking them up. Although picking them up does work in a pinch. We've definitely got ourselves some wood. Now we can craft a construction hammer. Perfect. Craft one of those bad boys. Give it to me and we'll replace those with that. And why not? We'll make a bunch of those while we're at it. All right, build a foundation. Foundation that we are building will overlook this area here, and it'll be beautiful. Mainly because it's just going to be this one little brick. Building pieces, sandstone bottom, nothing? Didn't I unlock that? I thought I did. Let's go ahead and put some points into expertise. Get that up to 5. Okay, I did unlock that. I wonder if that's some kind of goofy mod problem. Interesting. Okay. Shiani Spoils, obviously, is another one that we have here. This requires Stairmaker. I guess we can take it, but that shouldn't be required to make anything. 1F, crafting stations, decorations. Oh, that's because I have something in there. There it is. Okay. We need stone. You're ridiculous. You need to actually not have a word partially searched for in your building menu if you want to find anything. That should give us plenty of rock for what we need it for. All right. Up here, we need what? A wall? Sure. Why not? Build a wall. And we'll build a door frame. And we'll use the building piece picker to go build that. And then let's just mix things up a little bit here and have one with a window that faces outside. Because we're fancy. All right, and then we need a door. For a door, we need twine. We can definitely build some of that, but we're going to need more fiber. Perfect. That should be plenty of fiber. You know what they say as you get older, kids. Make sure to have your fiber. That is. And then there this is. Now if the worst should happen and we have some type of storm, we will be able to avoid being killed by it easily. There are, of course, ways to avoid being killed by a sandstorm when you're caught out in the open. You can heal through it with your band-aids usually, or get yourself in a corner like this and hope for, some level of cover. See, just for shits and giggles. Is this cover? We are almost fully sheltered there. Look at that, you guys. Upper left-hand corner. The shelter reading up against this cliff face is pretty good. Right there. That would be enough to save us from dying, especially if we had a few band-aids. So yeah. Box maker knowledge, of course. We can unlock that as well. And now we can access or create a box. Don't want that. Decorations. Box needs twine. Of course it does. We need a lot more fiber. It looks like we can fish directly from the main menu there. I wonder if the fishing pole is just something that's kind of assumed. Let's go down and check out the water. Figure it out. Do the one. Ow! Hold on a second. No. I have to have something in my hands already for that to be a thing. We'll figure it out in a second. And that should be plenty. Craft 10. 1, 2. We will make ourselves a box. Perfect. And why do I keep hitting that? Do I have God mode on or something? I do not. Huh. Okay. 1. My muscle memory isn't as good as I thought it was. What could I say? We'll put these seeds in here, of course. And that, I guess, and that, and that. Nobody needs any of that. Sort by heaviest. Sounds good. Put those in there, and those, and those. You know what? Let's just put all this crap in there for now. Because we're going to run up to Club Med here and see if we can't find ourselves a good starting weapon. All right. Warrior kick. There you go. Craft stone club. Definitely going to need one of those. And look, it's crafting right out of the box. 10 out of 10. Would recommend. Funcom. Thank you. And we've got our stone club. Go ahead and do that. And we'll eat that. And eat one of those. Just so it doesn't go bad on us. 2. We've got our club. All right. We're going to run up here and see if we can't find ourselves a better weapon than a stone club. But before we find it, I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunities to finish this warrior step here, or at least get to part 2 where it says put 10 points in strength. That's not going to happen for a while, if at all. Ooh, is that a crash? No. Weird lag spike, though. Oh. Oh, look at that. It's iron ore. I love iron ore. All right. Hopefully Raven's not watching right now because this particular area can be quite troubling to birds. We want to avoid that if at all possible. Yes, no fighting hyenas at level 2 or whatever we are. That would not be appropriate. You can avoid it. At least not multiple hyenas at once. Stop biting me. Bad doggy. Oh, there it is. That's all coming back to me now. Right, no. Where are you going? Are you going to gain all your health back and stuff? That seems weird. Don't do that. Woo! I am out of practice. Probably a good thing I picked this, considering we've got Tuesday Tribes coming up. And we will go ahead and take this, because beggars can't be choosers after all. And probably another Band-Aid. We're looking a little beat up. God, how are we going to be able to sneak in here and grab these weapons? This may have not been such a great idea after all. Grab a shield. Why don't you? I'd rather not. That's a lot of bones. How about this way? It's easier. Not interested in it right now. Journey steps. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get so lucky as to kill a sorcerer before we go to the sorcerer cave, so we'll do this a little out of order. But I want a chance at some steel weapons. It'd be nice to find a nice pair of steel daggers or something to that effect at this point of the game. Boy, it certainly does feel different to play a low-level character, you guys. After the last thing I remember playing was my high-level character on a multiplayer server, I run out of stamina real quick. You know what I mean? It's terrible. How am I going to get my steps in? Drink a lot of water. Alright, I don't need daggers out for you guys, because I ain't going to fight you. No. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. No. Also, no. All of you weirdos are going to have to stay out here, I insist. Thank you. Ah, yes. We found it at last. A cave with stuff in it. Well, really, nowhere near as much stuff as one might expect. But we've learned basic sorcery. And if I'm not mistaken, we have received the basic tools we need to do basic sorcery. Perfect. Now take that out. All right. And that. And give me that. Ah, Pedro would be so proud, you guys. All right, all of this is now mine. Yes, steel pick, way better than that other pick. An advanced weapon damage thing, a long sword. Take all of this stuff, and why not? Even that plate, it's mine. Wow, an alembic. You don't see one of those every day. Take all of that. All of that money. Money is good. There might be another couple of chests here somewhere. Definitely going to be one or two that we need a key to open. We can't do that yet. That's okay. Yes, that's the key. Oh, we even got a steel sickle. That'll be nice. I love a good steel sickle, you guys. And more money. All right. Bam! All right. That away. We will put the steel spear in its place. That. You got a skinning knife. Lovely. Pick. Even better. That can be dropped. We don't need that anymore. Perfect. What a haul. All right. We're going to go ahead and sneak out of here as best we can. Hopefully we don't piss off all these guys on our way out. Probably will. We're showing a little corruption, but that's a small price to pay for all the goodies we just got. Hi, guys. No, seriously. Ow. And also, goodbye. I'm leaving, baby. I'm out of here. Can't make me stay. Just gonna juke to the right there a little bit. You guys aren't that cool. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right, there we go. You still following me? That's sad, really. You know, like, do something with your life. Can't just follow me forever. I mean, you probably can, but shouldn't. Okay. Lovely. All right. Now we have to craft a shield. Do we really need to work on the warrior? What is after shield? Block and attack, cruiser, stone pike. We can actually do all those. We just need to get back down here where we can craft a shield. Take that and put that there. Need as much of this as possible because we need twine. That's too much of that, really. We've gone too far. Twine. Make 10, 20, 30, I don't know. Throw away all of that. Throw away all of this. What else can we afford to miss? Desert bamboo hanging lantern. We can get rid of the hyena head. There we go. All right. Hey, little guy. Ram's not here, so I don't have a home for you. But I'll come back for you later. Is this the spot? There's a spot right over here, you guys, where you can actually get dodo bird eggs and turn them into pets. And they are the most adorable thing. They're not worth a shit for fighting. They are colorful, and their plumage is lovely. So let's see if this is the spot. No. No, I don't have a beef with you. I just want to take your babies. I just want your babies. Put them in my belly. No. It's not really that big of a deal. You guys are making a big deal out of this. I'm going to give them a good home. Promise. Either that or I'm going to make omelets. I haven't really decided. Hello. Sorry for intruding upon your domain, my bird brain friends. Lovely. We've made our way back to the river. I love it when a plan comes together. What is going on here? Well, that's all kind of sunshine, isn't it? Ow. That really hurt. Okay. Let's bandage that. Maybe rub some dirt on it. I don't know. Hopefully that works. Let's also probably drink some water. Can you get the little tiger as a pet? Okay, so that was the hyena, but yes, you can get tigers as pets, and you can train them up to be big tigers. Thank you so much for that Tier 1 subscription, Sweet Pea. You're awesome. But we can definitely get tigers. That was just a hyena. Probably didn't give you a close enough look because I was running through, trying not to get attacked by their buddies or their parents. Yeah, these are friendly. Okay, cool. Queen's archers. What we got here? Sword fighter 3, sword fighter 3. She said it's really not my habit to intrude. Furthermore, hope my meaning won't be lost or misconstrued. Layla Gold Pincher. What do you got? Feather for a silver coin. Take like a whole bunch of those. Yes, thank you. Bye. Lovely. Oh, and dancers. You actually cure corruption, or are you just for look? I don't see my corruption going down by now. Oh, look, more free coins for me, I guess. That's what you get for not uncorrupting me. Look at this. She's named of a sort. Lovely, with a skull over her head to let me know how impossible it would be for me to make friends with her at this stage of my career. But no corruption. That's a weird oversight or a load order problem. One of the purposes of me doing this was Garrett said he wanted to add some mods to our server, and I completely agreed. When I got back and I had a little bit of bandwidth, we'd talk about, him and I, and anyone else who wants to contribute to that discussion, what kind of mods we want to add and all of that type of thing. And we will go forth. With great modding comes great responsibility, however. So we will have to set things up to where the server doesn't automatically update. And you'll have to be responsible for setting up your game so your game doesn't automatically update. So that we won't lose playtime when people want to play and mod authors at work or something, and there suddenly needs to be a patch for their mod.
Buy something I haven't got all day.
Transport gate key for 10 silver. I don't have 10 silver. So I can't ride the magic boat without a transport gate key? Is that what I'm hearing? Dockhand. Picture the magic boat. Apparently not. Okay. That is something I must overcome. I must have that gate key. Will be mine. A one skull performer, yeah. This is Riverboats of the Exiled Lands, and that is a settlement built by Riverboats of the Exiled Lands. So I assume that that's where we would have to look if we wanted information about what the one skull means. Okay, good. So they did a pretty good job of not taking prime real estate for their settlement, but still making it look natural, like it kind of fits in. You. Yes, you, my friend. Actually, got something for this. Yes. All right. This would be a lovely spot to build a base. Raven was definitely not wrong to choose this place on our multiplayer server. Get this wonderful little cove and right down the river from some thralls. Now there's a riverboat dock here for our riverboats mod. It is indeed perfect. But our little house is up here. Oh well, we'll keep that in mind when we want to think about where we want to build long term. For now, we need a shield. And that's going to require some wood to go with everything else that we've got. Perfect. Of course I am. Of course I'm over encumbered. We can make, I don't know, that many of those. Will it reduce our carry weight below 100%? Find out. One of those. Will that add back the weight that we just reduced by? Did. Of course it did. Okay. Put that there. Can we drop? Reptile hide can go away for now. 1 and 2. All right. Apply cripple to an enemy. Height. Or height. Oh, you mean this gate key? Yeah, right. What the fuck was that? Is that like an electric eel? It's a monster. We've got a mutant menagerie situation here, chat. Alright, we applied cripple. There's almost no chance we're going to invest points into strength right now, but I guess we could do it just to work on these. Perfect. We need a few more, so let's get some XP. Go, and you, my friend. I hate to leave all that good meat to rot. Arr. Do I need an iron pan? I don't. Do I need feral flesh? I don't want feral flesh. I want the good stuff. Up these guys. The savory flesh. They look like little steaks, you know? Went to a restaurant last week. It was a Brazilian steakhouse. Delicious. They brought all kinds of meat on skewers directly to our table and shaved them off in front of us and made us use these cute little metal tongs to pull the meat away as they were shaving it. It's quite good. Very, very tender, juicy. I guess we probably should run home, after all. You know, there's always this person that we can kill. Goodbye, Anna the Reaver. Sure was nice to know you. I will be doing Tuesday Tribes later. Any of my friends who care to join me from the multiplayer server around 4:30 Mountain Time, so in about 3.5 hours, we will be doing Tuesday Tribes. We're going to be doing some Sipta Vaults. I would love to do the Eclipse Dungeon if it's still running, but I don't know that it is, and I didn't have time to look into it. So we're going to start with the toughest Sipta Vault that I've discovered in my travels at this point. Gather a bunch of us together and have a good time with that. Tomorrow I will be back in the morning for some Guild Wars 2. I'll be doing Guild Wars 2 on Wednesdays and Fridays from now on in the morning. 10:30, whatever. It'll be fun. Continuing story of the Ranger Danger himself. And then Wednesdays and Fridays, of course, in the evenings, Fallout 4, as is my usual. What else? Haven't really made any plans beyond that. Obviously, Starfield is for Saturdays. Saturdays are for Starfield. Or Yorick du Buble is progressing towards the Unity, and once he achieves the Unity, he will magically be turning into a PC character. So I can have the full spectrum of mods that I want for his continued evolution as a character, as he chases Sarah across time and space, or the ghost of who he thinks is Sarah anyway. Sundays for Skyrim. Thursday, I am going to stream this week at about 7:30 or 8. I haven't decided quite yet. Depends on Mel has plans. And we're going to do AC Black Flag Resynced. We're going to give that a try and see how we like it. It's been, 15 years since I played the original. And honestly, that was around the last of the time that I played those kind of games before I switched to Bethesda-type games and modding, all that kind of happy shit. So it'll be fun to look in on that and see how that's going. We don't need Jailback Head. Perfected Steel Longsword can also fuck off. That can go in there. That can go in there. Yes, all of this, of course. What else? Yes, can go in there. Can we just... see. Quick deposit? Is that it? Nope, that's as much as we can do with that. Perfect. Gotten rid of most of the heavy things. Not really, but we're getting there. Okay. Exiles Extreme Chest. Yeah. Interesting. And of course the Storage Master. I guess I can just learn those pretty much any time. Desert Box Maker. Interesting. Lots of mods. I do not have any of the altars unlocked because I picked Crom. Crom is the only religion that you cannot get unless you pick it at the beginning of the game. There's no one to teach you how to worship Crom because Crom doesn't care for your worship. That'll be fun. Take those. And the improved fire. So why not? All right. We need to unlock more points in strength. We've unlocked all of these things. Can we, I wonder, make another box? That would be super handy, and we can. Beautiful. We just stack that here-ish. You overlapping and going to cause problems. You bastard. It's fine. I understand. I get it, Conan. Being a nitpicker right now. I know I can't make it because I don't have enough wood. Oh, that's much better news. I thought for certain that something was wrong with my placement because of a mod load order conflict, but no. Probably my house, dude. Just because we're gonna go right down the beach to the Sipta transfer sorcerer there, across from Ravens. But you can go over to Ravens if you want, I guess. It doesn't really matter. But we're not going to be traveling all the way north to come all the way back down south again. And using some of the other SIPTA transfer relay points would only complicate things insofar as getting to this basically raid-style SIPTA vault. So it's just right there off of the beach where you enter into the exiled lands from Raven's house. So, yeah, I think that's probably how we're going to go ahead. Alright, there it is. Give it to me. And likewise, have that for now. You can have not use them all. No, I didn't. Perfect. Alright, cool. We helped the steel pick out a little bit there. That's good news. What else? Have those. Any decoration items for now. The egg, we're going to need to turn into a bird friend here shortly. What about down here? Did not have that color seed. So we'll put those in there, and those in there, and those in there. All of this. Perfect. I guess that. Keep the silver on us. Go. Somewhere over here I put a campfire for cooking. Is look up the rest of these lovely steaks, Brazilian style. What else? Let's go with, for now, yeah, combo finisher, heavy armor. Don't care. Archer. Do that one. We need to craft a hunting bow. Craft one of those. Perfect. And we need to power shot an enemy. Wherever will we find an enemy in this lovely, peaceful paradise of ours? Are any of you guys enemies? You don't look like enemies. You look like friends. For now. There's got to be some gator trouble over here or something. I don't know. Power shot. My friend, why are you so stressed out? Why are you, come on. No, I don't want to get bitten by you. Really, I'm not into it. Not judging. All right, you know what? Here, I'm going to cheat this a little bit. Alright, and then one. There, we did it. We killed it with a bow. Yay, team us. But Bubbles, that was cheating. You didn't actually kill it with the bow. You killed it with the pike, and then you finished it with the bow. I know. Saw what I did. I'm ashamed. But it was expedient and practical, so we did it. Is that it for... Wow. The whole bow thing was super simple. Okay, so the reward for that is the ability to craft iron arrows and to make powerful hunting bows. And what is this? You need to unlock the carpenter's knowledge. First... Yes, I suppose we do. Fine. Where are you at? Go here. 3, 2, 1. Another point there. Knowledge. Carpenter. Is a survival skill. But on the third page, survival. Oh, goodness. It'd be level 10 to unlock blacksmith. We can't do that yet, so I don't think this is a good choice for us right now. Rogue. Soldier. I hate that I started big points into strength. Pain in the ass. Doesn't matter. We're going to ignore all that for now. We're going to fix our hatchet. And then we're going to go over and get rid of this corruption. One way or the other. Get off my cloud. Drink that. Get out. Perfect. I suppose before we do that, we probably could go ahead and collect enough ore to get a load of iron started so that when we get back, we have some and we can work on upgrading our gear just a little bit. One. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Building pieces. Fair enough. Pieces of rock flying everywhere. Always wear your safety glasses when you're working in the shop, kid. It's important. We're going to need a spot here for a couple of benches. Perfect. At some point anyway. And stash everything that we don't need at this point here. We need sorcery. Probably not. Well, what's it gonna be, Bubbles? Yeah. We're gonna leave it like that. Probably do want to make one of these, though. In order to do that, we're going to have to increase our knowledge thusly. And as it stands, we're still not high enough level for it. So, my friend. You're down. Oh, that's a cute little Egyptian-style bow. Kind of a throwback. Obviously, I'm pretty old, so I remember when this was all Egyptian-style bow. And drank water. Very good. Fine and well. How far is it yet to level? Do not know the answer. We're a ways away. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? A little exploration will do us wonders, my friends. There are lots of different... Boy, if I ever had hiccups like that, where it like hung for a full 2 seconds or whatever, on the multiplayer server, I'd be like, I gotta put my head together with Garrett and figure this one out. That's unacceptable. This is on single player. Huh. Oh well, I'm sure it'll all work itself out once we examine our load order there a little bit more after playing for a little while. We have on the map, looks like a dock showing now. Of course, the Siptus Sorcerer, and there's some iron, which would be a waste of time to grab at this point. So many easier places to get iron than even this, and this is like the easiest route ever. In my opinion anyway. Some people find it difficult because they have to run through an area with a bunch of really hostile NPCs. But I find it lovely, really. It's a nice little stroll. Zed Redliner, that is Riverboats of the Exiled Lands. It's an older mod from back in the day, and it has been updated for Enhanced. And it's one of my favorites. It creates these forts and little dock locations. It's, if I remember correctly, fairly light. As light as something like this could be anyway, in that it doesn't block the places where I would think players would really kind of want to build more than anything else. This little spot, for example, is mostly over the water, so obviously you could build this kind of thing just about anywhere. But yeah, it adds riverboats for faster. I don't know if it's fast. Honestly, you probably could run as fast or ride a horse even faster. But it does provide riverboat travel up and down the new river in the Exiled Lands, which is fun. And also gives me new things to uncover and explore, which I really enjoy. One of my favorite things about Sim Settlements 2 in Fallout 4, especially back during well, Sim Settlements era, before Sim Settlements 2, we had Conqueror, and it allowed you to set up various settlements that were already up and working when you came into the world, and you could stumble upon them naturally and explore them and find out who was living there and working there and all these things. Made it kind of fun. Made everything a little different. I tend to enjoy that in my games. You know, kind of mix and match and see what you get sometimes. Oh, no, I ain't got no beef with you. Are you? No, not doing it. It's going to run right on by. I don't love you guys. Go back to your business. Yes, cool. It's definitely one that I would love to put on our server, but I don't know that that'll happen. Because I'd have to really pay attention on my single player and put in a lot of hours, find out where all the docks are, and then find out which player camps would be impacted and how. It wouldn't be something that I would just put on there and hope for the best, because people have put in a lot of work in their camps and stuff, and I wouldn't want to see them be overwritten by a mod that added NPC travel points on the new river. Arcteryx, good to see you, my friend. I am back. I am somewhat suntanned and rested. If slightly overfed, but I'm comfortable in my linen shirt. My deliriously cheap linen shirt. And it is good to be home. It is good to see the dogs. The girls were great. They spent the week at Camp Bow Wow, which is, you know, doggy daycare overnight camp for dogs. Don't get too excited. You tune in and watch the video cams or whatever, and they're in these little enclosures that have both an indoor and a roll-up a garage door outdoor component to it. They're not exactly hiking through the wilderness or having s'mores or making campfire memories, singing campfire songs. But they did get to hang out with other dogs, and that's good. You know, they look a little skinny. Kind of worried that they weren't fed according to my specifications, which is fine. They don't look like they were abused or starved in any way. And I'll just give them extra snacks and stuff for the next couple days. Who am I kidding? They're going to get extra snacks and shit all the time. So, you know, it'll be what it is. They'll be fine. We are running over here to Sepameru, as Zed Redliner would call it, Thrallmart, but only to cure our malaise here, get rid of our corruption, and hopefully get enough XP to turn level 10, so that when we return to our area, we can start knocking out things like iron production. Hello, Green Wall of Doom. Don't think I don't see ya. I see ya. Oh my God, all this iron. So lovely. And coal even. I should grab some coal. Iron I can get anywhere. Coal is a little harder to find. Fortunately, I have a steel pickaxe. Stolen from a witch's cave. Don't tell anybody. Early game secrets. They'll just be between us. Get steel weapons and tools from the witches. Right off New River. At level 1. That's right. The thralls are cheap and easy. That's rock and roll, baby. All right. We have managed to make it over to the outer walls of Thrallmart. We've got a little bit of coal to power our first furnace when we get home. Let's just take a look around the city. You know, see how things are looking from a certain point of view. I didn't set a bind point, so I won't be able to just fast travel back home, unfortunately. But that's okay. I don't normally fast travel when I play by myself anyway. But we will take a look around, maybe climb up a few buildings, open a few chests. I don't know. Knock out our corruption, grab a bottle of wine, kill Seth, and see if we can get ourselves a nice truncheon. head on back home. And then I will probably wrap things up at that point until later this afternoon when I'll return for Tuesday Tribes with a whole bunch of people who are way cooler than I am on the private server. And we will do a Sipta Vault raid. And it'll be lovely. Thanks again so much, Sweet Pea, for your tier 1 subscription. The raid, that was lovely. Garrett for your subscription over on the Twitch side. Arcteryx, of course. Lou and Ram and everybody for supporting. Zed for supporting over on the YouTube side. You guys are the best. And I am very happy to be home. And I'm looking forward to streaming all my favorite games again this week. That's not to say I didn't have a good time. I had a great time. But by the 6th or 7th day of a vacation, I am generally speaking ready for real life, ready to put in some work, ready to do some things, see my dog. So it is good to be here and to share that with you all. Ram, you, W, man, thank you for being here. Just going to run around here real quick, see what kind of trouble we can get into, see if there's any chests we can pilfer things out of, grab a little kitty cat for a pet to go with our dodo bird. I hear you, buddy. You got... You're a fighter. What you got?
No refund.
Bear pelts? We need some bear pelts.
Exile.
Spiced pork. Definitely don't need anything spiced.
You can walk out of here with a bargain.
Feathers. It's a way better deal than one feather for one silver coin, but you know. Fine. Glass
Safe
flask.
travels, Exile.
What will it be? I'm not juvenile.
Where's the lady that sells
You need something, Exile?
honeyed wine?
Come again.
Very nice.
You can walk out of here with
Mystery
a bargain
meat
or a
soup.
frown.
Cool.
Your choice.
Kitty cats. Alright, we will not need a hammer for building things while we are here in the city. You, my little friend, coming home with me. Go. Gonna run through the scary part of town, mainly because I don't plan on stopping and fighting them, and I know where they are. So. You no, you're just a bear too. Can't bear a bear too. Not at any stage of the game. Give me a named bearer, or give me death. Lovely. Found the bar. There it goes. Our corruption. Conan.
So you live.
So I do live.
We meet again. Tell me, have you had a good chance to look around? Seen your fill of these exiled lands? It's not too late to get back on that crucifix.
Oh. You. Goodbye.
Try not to get killed.
I'll try. Grab all of those. What? There's a drunken asshole in the wine cellar, and if he drinks all of the drinks, you will be ruined. Say it isn't so. Another SIPTA traversal expert, of course. Go ahead and have ourselves a little bit of that, a little bit of this, and I don't know, maybe a little bit of that. We'll see if we can't take care of this this asshole Seth. And hopefully he drops a truncheon for us. Anybody who's been around on our multiplayer server knows it took Bubbles, I don't know, it's like 19 times, 16, 17 times killing this bastard before he finally dropped his truncheon for me. Meanwhile, he dropped like dozens of them for everybody else. It was nuts. Pedro took pity on me, gave me one early on. So I wasn't like put out by it, but to finally get it sure was nice. Get locked up. Get locked up. Get locked up, fool. Pop and locking, fool. Pop and locking, fool. And stay down. Son of a bitch. Look at that. First attempt on a new character on single player, and I get Seth's truncheon. Ha ha, Funcom. Very funny. You're hilarious, Joel. Put some real shoes on, you son of a gun. Whatever. It'll be fine. We've got a Seth's truncheon, I guess. Jesus, man. Come on. Come on now. Come on now. Can't believe that. That is bonkers. That is bananas. Completely and thoroughly insane. Well, I suppose while we're here, we can learn the Set religion. Oh my God. Shush, you Zed. I was clearly robbed on our multiplayer server because the drop rate is much higher in reality than anything I ever experienced while I was there. I don't want a big rhino head. Care less. Who are you? Set priest, Street Fighter, whatever. I don't even have any rope. Even if I found somebody good, I'll drag somebody all the way back to the river from here if I find somebody good and they're gettable. That's the main thing. They've got to be gettable. Nothing here. Lots of iron ore. Definitely grab some of that on our way home, I guess. We're still not level 10. Well, they don't make exploration like they used to, you guys. You know how to whistle, Chief? Just put your lips together and... I guess it's not going to work. Fine, whatever. Just for that, everything in this box is also mine. Or not. Desert lantern. A building item. Steel arrows. And I'm already at 97%. Definitely pushing my luck with all these beverages. Whatever. Just need a little less corruption and we'll be good to go. Came all this way after all. For you. No one in particular. No one in particular. What about you, my lovely Luba the Luscious? Well, if it isn't Luba the Luscious, and getting you out of this corner without a stink orb would be a beat and a half at level 9, that's for sure. Probably more than I want to tackle with just another half hour to go before I need to take the dogs to the dog park and get situated for Tuesday night tribes. Let's get rid of the last of our corruption. That's it. Perfect. All right. We will run home. And hopefully, I mean, who knows, by then, put away our stuff. And we'll be level 10 or close enough anyway. Boy, the stamina drain is real. Big scary scorpions. No, thank you. I'm just gonna zip right on over here. You do your thing. Maybe some of these guys will play with you. I don't know. Oh, it is bound and determined to get me, I guess. Okay. That's fine. No harm, no foul. Still have not seen a sandstorm. It makes me wonder if they're even set on the server. Enable sandstorm. Just been lucky, I guess. Cannot believe we got a truncheon, you guys. That is ridiculous. But what an auspicious start to my single-player game playthrough with mods. Get back over here to the base. I'm gonna log out and show you guys what mods I'm using and in what order I tentatively have them. I used to be as good as I am in Fallout or Starfield or Skyrim as far as load order, which, you know, not perfect, but intermediate to advanced level of understanding of that in Conan, but it's been so many years since I played Conan with mods that I'm not even really sure anymore. The general principles are kind of the same. There are some things that counterintuitively go at the bottom that you wouldn't think would go at the bottom. Commander Tot stuff, for sure. So, oh, look, it's that sandstorm I was just bitching we hadn't had yet. Thoroughly freaking exposed. No way to get underexposed, but I'm not taking damage yet. Is it not moving over me right yet? There it is. The damage comes. No. I'm gonna go ahead and bandage through that. You shan't be dying to a sandstorm today, my friend. Break the rock. Yeah, I probably could. Get in there a little bit better, but Band-Aids work the same. It will pass very short. I feel like this rock should provide plenty of there it is. Good call, Zed. Go ahead and bandage our way through that a bit. We've got 4 out of 6 shielded. Better than a kick in the head. Poking the ribs with a sharp, pointy pike, I guess. I'm blind. And we're done. Just like that. Look at it go. That is pretty in a horrifying way. Definitely a bit more exciting, I think, than the Dune Sandstorm. Not that, comparing the two. I'm comparing their sandstorms, but that doesn't say anything for Dune. Dune's awesome. But definitely visually, these sandstorms are an improvement. Maybe they can bring something like this to Dune in the future. This little trick of getting to Sepamero from the Nubi River and always knowing where you're at without ever getting lost. If you're running along the green wall and the green wall is on your left shoulder, you are running towards Sepamero. If you're running along the green wall and the green wall is on your right shoulder, you are running towards home. It's about as simple as it gets for navigation in a video game, and it is a lovely little trick for getting around shit at the very beginning of the game, because there's so much iron ore over here that's really accessible and isn't really guarded by anything scary. Larry, afternoon, my friend. Good to see you. Bubbles, chat. Larry, chat. Bubbles, Larry. Larry, chat. Chat, Larry. Larry, chat. I'm kidding. It's great to see you, Larry. Gonna make our way home here. Hopefully by then we are so close. All I really need to do is have some spare inventory space so I can harvest some iron, and I would easily be level 10, and we would be able to continue on with our journey steps. But this game definitely goes much higher than that. With all of these mods that we have installed, we should be able to go all the way to 300. I have experience set on ×1. That would take a long damn time. I DM you need I need an invite to your Discord again. Larry, I sent you one 3 or 4 days ago. You didn't get that, bud? Give me a second. Yeah, let me do it again, just to make sure. We have the Chroma Kids. This is a server invite, and we want Larry Furlar to be the recipient of said invite. Weird. Alright, well then give me just the copy. There you go, bud. I put another one in there. Hopefully one of those actually functions to work. Be sure to let me know if for some reason they're not. Yeah, here's the pseudo admin panel and player panel. We'll get into all this stuff eventually in the mornings and afternoons before Tuesday Tribes, but today is not that day. The pseudo and tot mods are, honestly, I could spend a whole 2 or 3 hours just talking about how comprehensive they are. And then you add that 300 mod on top of that. One thing at a time, my friends. Let's run over here. Make our way back to base. Algar's Overlook. Algar the Barbarian. Wonderful, Larry. I'm glad to hear it. And you're welcome. For sure. Mi casa es tu casa. Is that a giant spider you guys were? Gross. Super gross. You're trying too hard, my friend. Seriously. I'm just gonna leave. I'll see ya. I'll be seeing ya. Ow. scary. Perfect. God, I love the movement in this game. So good. Assassin's Creed, Black Flag Resync should also have plenty of parkour style movement. I wonder if I'll play it with the handrails turned on or off. We'll have to see how it feels. But we'll be doing that Thursday night. If you guys are into that kind of thing, come on by. I'm going to be going live 7:30 or 8. I got to get with Melissa and find out what her schedule is for Thursday night. I'll be back in the morning, 10:30-ish my time, Mountain, for some more Guild Wars 2. Tomorrow night for Wednesday in the Wasteland with Sable Kane. We got theme parks to take over. Otherwise, schedule remains pretty consistent. Starfield on Saturdays, Skyrim on Sundays. Morning stuff in the mornings just for fun. Try out new things. But the bread and butter, I guess, will probably always be the heavily modded things. Even this is starting to turn into something like that. Get with Garrett, by the way, over on the Twitch side, or on the server, or in the chat of the server. If you have any suggestions for mods or whatever, or get with me. I'm not trying to put anything off on Garrett, but Garrett has a very keen interest in modding our private multiplayer server, and I'm right there with him, so he's probably somebody to talk to. I think he already has a list of what he wants to do. When we get over to the house here and we empty our boxes, we'll log all the way out to my mod select and take a look at what I've got installed and what order I have them in. I'm sure that can use a little bit of work. And of course, we got to figure out what Garrett's got, kind of shove it all together. And we'll probably give a few days heads up, maybe a week, just to let people know what's coming. Make sure that they've got their Conan set to not automatically update. And we've got a backup plan in case yours does for some reason. It'll be fun, you guys. We'll have mods in Conan, and it'll be lovely.
Hundreds of years, we have patiently welcomed your people into our lands.
Yes, yes, patiently welcomed. We were ungrateful assholes. I know, I've heard it all before. We all know how snake men lie.
Think about what your people have done to you.
And perfect. I'm going to keep those and those. Yeah. And that. Put that in there. And that. And what we got down here. Oof. Okay, you know what we need to do? We need to take everything out, put it away again in a more orderly fashion. Bubbles, no tweaking. It's hard not to in this game, you guys. Inventory management is as real as it ever was in any Bethesda game. That's for damn sure. And it can be a whole mini game in and of itself, which, of course, is good and bad, depending on how you look at it and what kind of mood you're in that day, obviously. Miles vary, but make some room so we can get some iron ore here offline before next Tuesday morning-ish. Okay. I guess I should probably stay in here. And quit to main menu. Now let me see real quick here. Let me open up my OBS so I can see what's happening. Hopefully you guys can still see what's going on. It looks like you can. Perfect. We're going to take a look real here at mods. All right. I've got Enhanced Pippi, User and Server Management, loaded all the way to the top because Josh Tech asked nicely. Simple mini map by Zever. Terrific to have that mini map up in the corner there. You can place it wherever you want on the screen. Very, very nice. River boats of the exiled lands. This is the one you guys saw in action today. Boats up and down the river, riding on barges and rafts as you explore. You can bring your mounts on the transports. It's pretty cool as long as you're riding the mount. Any thralls or mounts or pets that you're not riding at the time, brown chicken, brown cow, will continuously teleport to you and be sort of a pain in the ass. Aquilonian Females Enhanced is a terrific mod and gives us better stuff for the lovelies. And I do enjoy lovelies. I'm but a man, you guys. I didn't get into rock and roll for the dental plan. True hair colors enhanced. I like the more natural colors and the wider varieties of blondes and brunettes and redheads and blacks and deep dark browns and wine mahoganies, and it's very nice. Fashionist, of course. Got to have fashionist. If not for the quick change feature, you can go from one set of armor and weapons to another very quickly, but for lots of other reasons. Shani spoils, just all kinds of really cool decorations, building materials, tableware, dungeon assets, lots of stuff for admins, but tons of stuff for players too, including a way for you to look at yourself and change your hair and your makeup. Exiles Extreme, same type of thing. Got just all kinds of fun little items, not unlike a Sweet Pea 704 mod, you guys, but for Conan Exiles. Exotic oddities, of course, same type of deal and sense of theme here, right? You started with 50 server management and the mini-map, added the boats at the top because I wasn't sure if they needed to override everything. They may need to go down to the bottom, I'm not sure. And then we modified character creation. I'm playing a female character right now, so that's the one I picked, but yours could be anything else. And then we've got the various mods that add more decorations, costumes, outfits, makeup, hairs. We've got better thralls, which does some fun things. We'll get into it another time. We've got Stack Size Plus, which gives us some options for how we can set stack size up. I really hate that some things are limited at 50 or 100 or 500. And I really feel like just put them all in one. I don't care. Add to the weight if you want, but don't clutter my boxes with, little 50s of feathers or whatever. Diverse barkeeps. What this does actually is it allows for an equal chance for any barkeep that you find in a jail to be, Hyborian or a Nordheimer or Sumerian, Stygian, Defari, any of the default players starting ancestry, background, races, whatever you want to call it. Sand and Stone is a wonderful mod that gives us 48-piece Tier 2 build set and many other build sets. Tier 3 pieces, Tier 3 sets. I think there's 6 sets total with Sand and Stone. Desert Town, very similar. Gives you beautiful desert town-like stone structures and build sets that you can use to make stuff that look like Sephimeru and a bunch of other cool, arched and domed buildings, mosque-like structures. Then we have Exiles Fishing, which I have not ever even played with or heard of before now, but I can't wait to try that out because I love deep-sea fishing in real life. And so anything that can add fishing to my game, something I definitely want to try. And then here's the bread and the butter. It's enhanced perks and level EAA. This will take us to 300 with 120 attribute point. It can be pushed up to 30 now and so on and so forth. It's just a whole bunch of high-level stuff that make doing the gauntlet of the dungeons, collecting the keystones, putting them together somewhat worthwhile, and adds a bunch of high-level creatures and encounters and stuff throughout the map to give you the challenge required to make up for those levels. So it should be a lot of fun. And then, of course, greater camera distance. This is how I took the screenshots today. This is how I was able to zoom all the way out and see my tiny character fighting. Very fun. And then Tatsudo, which is a prerequisite for Commander Tots Enhanced Custom. which allows you to do so much with your characters and your loadouts and those type of things. Tons and tons of fun. So there it is, my friends. Those are the mods I'm currently running. Order subject to change. May add a couple more. And who knows, some or all of these may end up on our multiplayer server very soon. In the meantime, I've been Bubbles. You guys have been awesome. I'm off to play with the dogs and pee and enjoy my afternoon a little bit. But I will be back at 4:30 Mountain Time if you're into it for some multiplayer fun with all my friends from the server. Anyone who wants to join us, we're going to go over to SIPTA and we're going to raid the shit out of one of the coolest SIPTA vaults I have found yet. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Ram, Zed, and Arcteryx, and Lou, of course, Raven Swift, Dribrom. I hope I'm not missing anybody. Christina, the lovely Christina. Dokes was here. Hey, Dokes. Sorry if I didn't say hi to you earlier. I think I'm just noticing your name. My apologies. Marty McFly was here. He's taking a nap. He needs his beauty rest. Over on the Twitch side, of course, we had the raid from Sweet Pea, and it was awesome. But I will be sending the Twitch folks off on a merry adventure. They came mostly from Sweet Peas, so we will try to send them back to some Starfield. But I will say goodbye for now to my YouTube side. Much love, and it is good to be home, and it is lovely to be here with you all. Bye-bye.